Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, we'll be discussing the best instant cameras of 2022. All the links and the products are given in the description below. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. The original Polaroid brand has been regained by Polaroid Originals, and to mark the occasion, it will unveil the Polaroid Now, a new $99 camera. The Polaroid Now doesn't fuss with various lenses or unnecessary connectivity capabilities, in contrast to the company's most recent cameras. As an alternative, it has an autofocus mechanism that recognizes the subject and deftly slides in a 35mm or 40mm lens, depending on how close the issue is to the camera. According to Polaroid, by doing this, the camera can focus on the proper topic, whether it's a portrait or a landscape photo. This camera features a viewfinder, as you might anticipate. Additionally, compared to earlier Polaroid Classic versions, it has a more precise flash. The Polaroid Now contains a self-timer option and a double exposure mode, among other noteworthy features. Double tapping the same button twice activates double exposure and vice versa. A manufacturer says the camera may last up to 15 packs of film, each containing 8 sheets of instant film. The camera is rechargeable via a micro USB socket on its side. By pressing a button on the side of the camera, you may simply open the film door to insert a pack. The KODAK Smile Instant Print digital camera combines an instant printer and a camera in one device. It has a built-in camera, so you can use it to take images on the device itself and print those as well. It can print photos you've already shot using a different camera and then upload them onto a micro SD card. The drawback is that neither test performs very well, as we discovered. Its camera isn't great and moves quite slowly, making it difficult to capture images of children or animals. While that can't be true for all instant cameras, you can opt not to print lousy photos. Those you print are likely to have odd exposure and poor quality. This particular zinc printer has never satisfied us in terms of quality, as have others like it. You might not like the pictures it creates because they frequently lose warmth, clarity, and contrast. The advantage of this type of printer is that you don't have to wait for pictures to develop, but the old instant camera that utilizes film still has some of the same attractiveness. As previously noted, you can decide not to print subpar photos, modify them as we go into more detail below, and export them to other devices if you like. Introducing the KODAK Step, a point-and-shoot camera with a built-in printer. It is intended to deliver all the excitement of an instant camera, such as a Polaroid or Instax, with far lower costs and more usability. It prints pictures immediately after capturing them using KODAK zinc paper instead of film. It is obviously designed to compete with the aforementioned instant film solutions by offering a nearly the same experience at a reduced cost. The KODAK Step is a seductive notion on paper, but it focuses more on casual, old-fashioned fun than outstanding image quality or shooting versatility. Is it a worthy competitor to Instax, or has it made too many compromises? Let's look more closely. The KODAK Step makes shooting generally enjoyable. After you press the shutter release button, there are a few unsettling seconds of silence before the camera's internal mechanisms whir. A credit card-sized completed print of your photograph appears in your hands less than 30 seconds later, and the camera has also saved a digital copy of it to the SD card. When you're finished, removing the files using the mini USB slot is simple. The camera sports a wide-angle lens with an f2.8 aperture and a 10 MP sensor. Opening the back and putting the pack in place are all required to load the paper. Zinc technology eliminates the need for cartridge refills and necessitates less maintenance than film. The Instax SQ6 has a clean and uncomplicated exterior appearance. It's minor, but it definitely won't fit in your pocket. However, it can easily fit into a small bag or purse for day travels. Its robust plastic construction and solid feel in the hands make it perfect for travel and resistant to regular knocks and unintentional drops. The SQ6 has 3 buttons on the back that you can use to adjust the camera settings. Small symbols and LED lights along the top of the camera's back body serve as indicators for the first button, which selects between the various shooting modes. Depending on how close or how far away your subject is, the Instax SQ6 has 3 different focusing modes: selfie, macro, and landscape. Although the selfie and landscape modes are pretty simple, I had trouble framing photos in the macro way because the viewfinder is offset from the lens. To compensate, move the camera slightly to the right while photographing a close-up subject. My favorite aspect of this camera is undoubtedly the double exposure mode. It opens up some pretty great potential for creativity to be able to overlay two exposures on top of one another. Silhouettes are a terrific place to start, and then a more generic, patterned, or textured photo for your second frame. In my experience, this method works best if you select a distinct subject with a bright background for your first frame. It's a lot of fun to play around with this one. The small Liplay, which comes in plush gold, elegant black, or stone white, builds on the success of Fujifilm's well-liked Instax line. This small toolkit doubles as a camera and printer, or vice versa, depending on your preference. In either case, it only takes a few seconds to take a picture and have a final print in your hand. It's not quite finished yet because you still need to wait for the photographic chemistry to work its magic for a few minutes, but at least you can enjoy the extra delight of watching your print develop in your palm. A digital camera with a 28mm f2 lens, full frame equivalent, and an autofocus range of 10 cm to infinite is at the top of the features list. It produces 2590 by 1920 pixels in digital photos thanks to a 5 megapixel, 1/5 inch CMOS image sensor. It has a modest built-in flash, an ISO 100 to 1600 sensitivity range, and a shutter speed range of 1/4 to 1/800th of a second. The camera has an internal capacity that can hold up to 45 photographs, and there is also a slot for a microSD card. The camera is unquestionably quite primary. There is also one AF point in the center of the image frame, and autofocus is sluggish. So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then like, share, and subscribe to our channel.